Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Prison Architect. Don't know what the crash was last time, don't worry about it. So I got the prison back to pretty much where it was, with a couple of additions. As you may notice, I did put in a common room, I did put in a visitor room. Now visitation rooms require these visitor tables, that's all they require. Common rooms require nothing, but you do need to put something in it if you want them to actually ever use it or do anything in it. In my case, put pool table, TV, sofa, phone booth. Actually, do they need the sofa? They might need the sofa. Common room? Nope, don't even need the sofa. Don't even know if they can use the sofa, but they got a sofa. Everybody needs a sofa. So, yeah, shorten the yard, put a few of these weight benches in, put a few lights in. And I'm going to demonstrate how to properly lay out some cells. It's a bit of piping laid out, so stuff's going on. To do a cell, what you need to do is you need to make sure you have a 2x3, and we're going to have to do this twice, you'll see why in a moment. 2x3 open space, I'll just put the cells down. 2x3 open space, and it needs two things, a bed and a toilet. So we'll just pop those in. See, bed, that can go in the back corner. Toilet, let's put that just there. And optionally bookcase or TV. Now, just for the sake of it, since these are minimum security prisoners, we can trust them. Let's give them a bookcase, they probably won't break them. Right. And yep, the wall's been built. Let's get some jail doors. You do have to have jail doors, doesn't matter how much you trust them. you gotta enclose them, you gotta put them behind a thing at night. Right, let's give them a moment just to put that together. Just missing a jail door, a few things inside. Right, we have got the pipes here. We'll lay out those in just a moment. Okay, one final thing, please. The last door. Who's got it? He's got it. I do like how you can see them carrying stuff. Done. Okay, now we use the clone tool, which was researched. The way to use it is you right-click and you drag out the area you want to clone. Doesn't matter if stuff overlaps, just got to make sure you still put it in the right space. So in this case, it's a 4x5 with all the outer wall included. If I put it down there, obviously it doesn't have to put an outer wall there, but it just still works. So just take that up, and this is copying a left-facing wall. I'm not sure why for the first time that's come up with red. Doesn't matter, still puts it down perfectly. This way you have to do two, because you also need one that's left facing. Theoretically, if you also wanted one that's up facing, you need to change it for that. So, you know, there's a lot of things here. The only main problem with it is relating to the doors, in that it's quite nice not to originally make them with doors. Simply because it makes it harder to build, but it doesn't matter during this phase while nothing's built anyway, and it's fine. Let's go get the grant for that, shall we? Cell block A, 15. This is going to be 15 easy. So that's good. Ooh, visitation rights. I think we can just straight up click that and it auto completes. So what do we need now? Health, I'm not sure where we're going to put a health centre. That might just end up like here or something. Maintenance, that'll be easy to do this. Let's do maintenance. So, bureaucracy, cleaning and groundskeeping. While we're here, let's also unlock the extra grant. Bank loan just in case we need it. I know I'll need deployment and patrols for something at some point. And that will do. Don't need to worry about prison policy just yet. Okay, so we got lots of money right now. We got lots of money, that is not an issue at all. And probably tomorrow morning we're going to accept our first lot of prisoners. If the cell block isn't quite done, they can stay in the holding cell for a day, not a problem. But it should be done anyway. Let's lay out the pipes. So everyone needs toilets, needs a pipe. The restriction to pipe is you can't go with small pipes more than 30 spaces, but I don't know, I always end up doing it with less anyway. Maybe I'm worried about something breaking. I don't know if that's possible. Like I say, I'm not the most efficient player of this game, you can do much better. This is quite a sensible precaution though, as to not reach the large pipe all the way into everything. frankly, this is already going to be remarkably easy to tunnel out of, because the toilet, which is always a tunnel starting location, is right next to the outer wall. At some point we want to put a fence in, alternatively just build the prison down more, maybe put a minimum security workshop down here. But for now, they're going to be well treated. They're probably not going to dig out, and the occasional shakedown won't cause riots, and it will hopefully catch any tunnels. Like I say, minimum security, they probably won't be tunneling, probably not a problem. Okay, so we need 2 janitors. Not a problem. So they're just going to go around and start cleaning a few things, making it all look nice and snappy. Even prisoners, they have standards. They will not like it if the prison is too, you know, horrible looking. We could change the flooring. Now, this is one thing I'm never certain what to do with. It's quite expensive, I will say, but there's an argument for things like, where is the... Yeah, paving stone with grass on either side tends to look quite nice. Just straight up paving stone could work. And for an area like this, that's, you know, that's quite a... That's like a small room. That's quite a lot of money. But dirt's slow, so you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's make that all paving stone, nice and quick to walk on. Just to speed up like our workers walking along this area. And actually, let's skip on down there for the sake of our cooks or chefs, however they would prefer to be referred to. It says cooks there, but it also says chefs on the to-do list. So that's a bit weird. I wonder if that's a holdover. I wonder if they used to be called chefs, or maybe they just made a mistake. Possibly that. I don't know. Right, planning. Let's get rid of those weird, unsightly extra planning marks. And that's a fully functional prisoner cell, prisoner block, capable of holding 22 prisoners. Now, I will demonstrate this now while I remember. The way to set up a proper cell block is to make sure to put doors to the areas you wish to refer to as blocks. So right now, if I went to deployment, this entire thing is a block. However, when these 2 doors come in, which will happen in just a moment, now each of these is a cell block. Surprisingly important to do 4 cells, because then when you assign a search of a cell block, you don't necessarily want every single cell you've ever made to be searched, because that'll annoy a lot of people. Maybe I'm concerned that there is tunnelling happening here, so I just search this cell block a few times, you know, maybe a bit more commonly. So you can do stuff like that. I just like to do it in case of rioting. It just slows them down a bit. Again, min security area, unlikely, but this is hardly my most secure layout anyway. So it's not really an issue I'm thinking of right now. Done. I think we're ready to accept some prisoners. Let's do it. So, low risk. Now, the traits on these are probably, if they have any reputation, as they refer to it, it's unlikely they're going to have any. If they do, it's probably not going to be that bad, because they're probably not going to do anything with it. Still slightly, ever so tiny possible, we do get a volatile one come in, but it shouldn't happen. Still, we have 5 guards for the 11 prisoners we're taking. Wow, that's more than you normally take for a first round. Not that it should be a problem. So let's take a look at the regime. Let's take a look at the regime when our minimum security prisoners come in, because then we can set it individually. Now the minimum security is probably going to be a very lax sort of group. I won't bother changing this just yet, in case any of them get a little punch up and are changed to medium security, because then they're kicked out of my prison, which would be a problem. But eventually I will set this so it forces min security only, but I will need an area for higher prisoners to go to before I can do that fully. God, one of those. And, oh, I do quite like that whole paving system. Makes it look a bit indoorsy, but we know it's outdoors. Not that it makes a difference, really, at all, ever. That's day 5 already. Total time played 35 minutes. Don't know if it took me more or less time the second time I tried to set this prison up. 2 hours? 2 hours, right. What else could I need to build? I must have got something. Let's check the grants. let's go check the grants. Cell block B, important to have. Education, I'll definitely want one of those at some point. Yeah, teach them to work. Security procedures, not massive at this point, but not terribly hard to get, so I'll do it soon enough. I mean, the thing is, I don't really need more than 5 guards, so hold off on that for a while. Health and well-being, shall we start with that? Yeah, I think I make health and well-being our little side project while the things are going on. So what I'm thinking is the rest, we can still have a wing of the prison there, but maybe we put health as something coming off here, because prisoners will occasionally just stand around in there, and we don't want them coming into this area. So let's go to brick building. Let's just drag out a nice area. 1 second. 1 second. There's an edgy. Stop doing things. There is a program. Okay, there are different programs. Psychologists do some of them. So that's a psychologist in a common room. That's a psychologist in an office. Might be necessary for us to have a total of 2 psychologists in the end. So let's plan out the areas that they'll live in. So they'll need 2 offices. Oh, that works out perfectly. Okay, brick building. Yep, so these will be the psychologist's office, and this will be the infirmary. Do it to there. We could future-proof it a bit. Or maybe move it up. Yeah, let's do it up. In that case, we may even want the offices to be at the far end. I think that'll look better. Okay, let's see, 6 by 6, so it needs to be that wide. Oh, that was the same as it was going to be. Okay. Apparently, all my fears are absolutely for naught. Never mind, they're not, because that has to go like that if it's going out that way. It's going to demolish a wall, but only for a second. Right. Balls. End of the episode, sorry.